Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT. Your home for the County of Champions.
And that's your ball game. Union has won its first ever WPIAL championship.
There it is. Champions, the Static Lancers. Strike three. The Union Scotties. Golden once again.
One gold, not enough. How about 2 district gold and 2 state gold for the Lady Lancers?
The top local athletes and the top sports moments, all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Nice second. Anderson into the corner. There's boys for 3. Shot! Take time.
Look to throw again. Directing traffic. Going for the quarterback.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT. This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT. Your home for the County of Champions.
Has the throw to first, and that's your ball game. Union has won its first ever WPIAL championship.
There it is. Champions, the Static Lancers. Strike three. The Union Scotties. Golden once again.
1 gold, not enough. How about district gold and 2 state gold for the Lady Lancers?
The top local athletes and the top sports moments, all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
9 seconds. Anderson into the corner. It's boys for 3. Shot! Take time.
Look to throw again. Directing traffic. Going for the quarterback in the end zone. Touchdown!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
Football headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from Butler, it's high school basketball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, it's the battle of severe weather conditions as the Red Hurricane and the Golden Tornado make on the basketball court here tonight. Tonight's broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trib Live High School Sports Network is brought to you by Bailey Chiropractic, keeping you in the game. Castle Asphalt, making your dreams, designs, and come to fruition. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. The Red Zone, score big at the Red Zone. Maduro Bonner Law, a community law firm dedicated to protecting your possessions. Conscious Insurance, love the life you live, worry-free. The Crane Room, family-owned restaurant, brewery, and banquet center. The Penn Ohio Bottled Water, home and business bottled water delivery. The Health in Motion Physical Therapy, keeping you moving. Work in Progress Paint Service. The Lawrence County Child and Youth Services. The Tri-County Principals. And by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Hi everyone, I'm Tim Continental along with Lee Moan here tonight on the Lawrence County SportsNet as we are in Butler getting ready to renew a long-time rivalry of Newcastle and Butler. And Lee, you know this rivalry very well.
Just a little bit back from the early 90s when Coach Sarandon was here. It's just Newcastle Butler has been around for many, many years. Butler started back in 1908 as the high school back here. That rivalry hasn't been that long, but nonetheless, Newcastle Butler has just been fun. It's great to see Newcastle back up in 6A. Unfortunately, it had to go back there because of the success formula.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, but Newcastle, who cares? They're 9-0. They're in 6A right now. They'll play anybody. They're doing just great, and this rivalry is just so much fun. Brings back a lot of memories. We'll delve into that later on tonight as we progress with this broadcast. As we have a full house here tonight from Butler.
It certainly is a packed house, and we are broadcasting Harry style from the stands. Should be a lot of fun here tonight in Butler. It's the 9-0 Red Hurricane versus the 10-1 Golden Tornadoes. We're going to take our first time out of the LGKG pregame show. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAT Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Pregame show. Your insurance company's not always on your side, but the
Castle Asphalt.
Garbett Kelly, George R. Visit them online at lgkg.com for a free consultation. Let their law firm of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers guide you through the legal process. Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George keeping promises for over 80 years. Well, Lee, this is the type of game we all love to be involved in. When you basically get into standing room only and everybody's crammed in like sardines, but no one really minds.
No, when you get number 1 versus number 2, I mean, this is what it's going to be like. It attracts everybody. All the press row's full. The stands are full. We have 3 different broadcasts going on here tonight. The Butler and us, and then the local cable. So, I mean, everybody wants to be here tonight. Looks like everybody is.
Yeah, and they should be. And then if you can't get in, there's no excuse not to be able to see tonight's ball game, especially here on the LCSportsNet.com. Looking at Newcastle, the visiting team coming in here tonight. They're 9-0 on the season, just moved up from 5A to 6A this season, as you mentioned previously, for competitive balance issues as they continue to be successful on the basketball court under Coach Ralph Blundo, who tonight comes in with career win 299. He's looking for career win number 300.
Yeah, at Newcastle. At Newcastle. He had 26 previously at George Jr., but what a great job Ralph Blundo's done. Every year since he's been here, his team has been in the semifinals in basketball.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, he's just a perfect fit for this team. He just does a tremendous job in this Newcastle community, and it's so much fun to watch him coach, and they said just does a great job with his team day in, day out. He might not have the height, but he knows how to get the kids to play. They play for him, and his style has just been tremendous. This team's not tall again. The last few years, they have not had a lot of height, but they just continue to win because they get great athletes.
And you look at Newcastle's overall record coming into tonight's game is 9-0, 1-0 in the section, 5-0 at home, 2-0 on the road, and 2-0 on neutral courts. They have scored 592 points and given up only 401 points this season, averaging just under 66 points per ball game. You look at the Butler Golden Tornado coming in here tonight, 9-1 on the season. They are 1-0 in section play, 3-0 at home, 2-1 on the road, 5-0 on neutral court, and a winning percentage of 909, and they have scored 766 points so far this season, giving up only 618, averaging just under 70 points per ball game.
Yeah, these are the top two teams in 6A average-wise for the average in the WPIAL. It said Newcastle at 65 a game and Butler 69 a game, but the difference here, Newcastle only giving up 44 points a game. Butler gives up 57 a game. So I think it might be where it's going to come down to. These two teams very evenly matched. Both teams not a lot of height. Both teams with great guards. For Newcastle, we're talking a lot of Dejon Young, Isaiah Boyce, and Jonathan Anderson. On the Butler side, you're going to be hearing a lot from Madden Clement, Braylon Littlejohn, and the freshman sensation Donovan Carney. Donovan's older brother Devin is a redshirt at Duquesne this year. He averaged close to 30 a game as a junior season. As a junior last year, averaged about 24 a game last year. So, and his Donovan starting right there as a freshman. I mean, he had 15 the other night, and see if he can get on track here tonight for Butler.
It definitely will be exciting as we get ready. We're going to take one last timeout. When we come back, we'll get you ready for tip-off here from Butler as this Newcastle and Butler in 6A varsity basketball action coming away right here on lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your service all described.
Welcome back here to the LGKG pregame show as we get ready for tonight's matchup between the Gordon Tornadoes and the Red Hurricane as we get ready for tonight's action It's going to be a great one. 9-0 Red Hurricane versus the 9-1 Golden Tornado. Lee, one of the two guys on Newcastle we're going to pay attention. They're going to be introduced here shortly is Isaiah Boyce and Jonathan Anderson, as they both come in averaging leading scorers, I should say, for Newcastle at 20 and 17 points apiece. But these are the two you're going to have to look for from outside the arc. Isaiah Boyce averaging 47% from the three-point range, and Jonathan Anderson 44% from three-point range.
Well, on the other side for Butler, you're going to be talking, we've already said, Braylon Littlejohn averages close to 20 a game. He's the slasher. He's going to get into the lane as much as he can. Donovan Carney, we just mentioned a little bit. And Madden Clement, the coach's son, can hit from anywhere on the floor. He's the lefty shooter, and if he gets on fire early, look out. As the starters are being introduced here from Butler. And bad news, Mr. Dawson. Chris Harlan walked in, and actually, they did save a seat for Mr. Harlan here tonight, so he came in late and was able to get a seat. So I said this place is absolutely packed. Starters, go ahead. Go. Starting for the Butler Golden Tornado, it's going to be Braylon Littlejohn, wears number 0. Donovan Carney, number 2. Madden Clement wears number 5. Ryan Porch wearing number 11, and Colin Castile wearing number 33 for the Newcastle Red Hurricane. Dejuan Young, number 2. Isaiah Boyce, number 5. Ralphie Blundo at number 11, the coach's son. Jonathan Anderson, number 12, and Nate McKnight, number 23 for Newcastle. Actually, number 25, excuse me, Nick Wallace is the starter. Excuse me, Nick Wallace. I'm curious to Tim that it's interesting that we got two coaches here and their sons are both starting. I wonder if I've ever had that happen before.
Maybe a couple times during the years, huh?
Yeah.
It's good to see, though, as the generations get passed down and the opportunity to play.
Well, I got a friend listening from Rich. By the way, Rich Stevenson, a shout out to him listening in Florida. Him and I watched Matt Clement play in high school. So go back a ways.
It will be Young tipping it up for Newcastle and Castile for Butler. And Butler will control the tip as they'll bring the ball up. They'll work on the left-hand side. Up top, they'll get it to Clement, back it out. Over to Young. And it's going to be stolen away by Wallace. Wallace down the right side, takes the hole, gets blocked, gets his shot back, throws it out left side for a three. Up and good by Jonathan Anderson.
Anderson so deadly from outside Newcastle with their typical 2-2-1 full court press now. Now they'll break it back out to the man.
Blundo on top defensively, and he's going to get hit with the foul against his counterpart, number 11.
Be interesting to see how the referees call this game with the big atmosphere that we have here, see if they're going to call it tight or not.
So Porch will throw it in here for Butler. He'll get it into Littlejohn. Littlejohn loses control of the ball, picked up there by Wallace. Gives it out to Anderson. Anderson on the move into the paint now, stops. Will throw it back out as Boyce from the corner. Back of the rim, no good. Ball's going to be batted in the air. It's going to be saved. Break to Young. Young going to turn around shot, no good. Rebound there by Butler. Stolen away by Wallace. Goes up strong, no good. Gets his own rebound. Second shot off top of the glass and good.
What a great job there by Wallace, sticking around, not one, not two, but 2 offensive rebounds and putting it in the third. Ripped that ball right out of Madden Clement's hand down low.
Clement down the left lane, stops, he'll plop, and hit the back of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Young. Young will get it outlet to Anderson. Anderson on the right on bounce pass is going to be kicked away there by Littlejohn.
Yeah, Calvin Littlejohn, one of the star running backs on this football team for Butler.
So we'll throw it in with Boyce. Gives it to Young, over to Wallace. Wallace top of the key, gives it back to Boyce. Boyce to Wallace, backs it out. Now give it over. They'll work it around the left side. Into the corner to Blundo. Blundo brings it back out to Wallace as they work the weave. Back out to Anderson behind the arc. Looks at a three, passes up, drives into the lane, takes it with the right hand off the glass too. And it's 7-0 quickly here. Newcastle.
Went right around Little John. Not a good sign if you're a Butler fan.
Little John with the ball. Dribbling with both hands. Now moves on the left hand to the right hand. Back with the left hand. Goes down the lane with the right hand off. Into the bucket for the first 2 points here for the Golden Tornado.
And that's Little John's game right there. He's going to get in the lane as much as he can.
Anderson with the ball on the left side. Gets a pick from Young. Drives down the roll. Turns underneath scoop. A little too strong. Rebound there by Butler. Out to Little John. Little John will bring the ball up. They'll work it down into the lane. Now pass it back out to Clement. Clement spins inside, working down on Blundo. Takes it to the hole, up and good. And it's 7-4.
Nice job by Madden Clement. It cleared out. One-on-one. Nice little turnaround there for Madden.
Anderson with the ball. Gives it over to Boyce. Back to Anderson in the corner. Over to Boyce. They'll work it left side. Get it into the corner to Blundo. Blundo will drive inside. Rothley stops and pops. Turnaround shot. No good. Rebound there by Clement. And as he gives it out to Little John. Little John with the ball. Gives it back to Clement. Little John top of the key.
And if that was his brother Maddox, he would have put that up right there. And Maddox not playing basketball. He played a year at BC3, and unfortunately his schedule not let him. He played for Butler 2 years ago.
Ryan John with the ball, or excuse me, Porch with the ball. Now gives it over to Kearney. Kearney stops his dribble, now passes it off to Little John. Tiptoes the midcourt. He'll drive into the lane, has the ball almost stolen away. Does, and then they outlet it to, that is Young, and Young's going to get fouled, and DeJean Young will go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, DeJean Young, that was just a pickpocket from behind. Foul is going to go on Colin Castillo.
Lee, that is typical what you see here of Newcastle. They have great hands and active hands in the pass lanes and challenging dribblers throughout the ball game. Young's first shot from the line is good. Makes it 8-4.
Yeah, you mentioned Colin Castillo. He's committed to IUP for baseball. A lot of baseball commits on this basketball team.
I was just going to say.
Of course, when you have an ex-Major League Baseball
player as head coach.
Yeah.
Young hits them both. Not a bad idea, huh?
Yeah.
They throw it in and off Little John's hands. It'll go out of bounds. That turnover will go to Newcastle with 4:21 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Coach Clement, 238 games, 87 and 86 career record, 4.47 ERA, part of the 2005 All-Star, and was part of that Boston Red Sox 2007 championship team.
Blundo flashes a three from the left side.
Blundo will shoot from anywhere.
Bringing the ball up is Kearney. Kearney gives it over to Porch. Porch looks at the top of the key, drives right side, throws it into the corner to Little John. Little John throws back inside. They'll give it back out to Clement. He'll throw it back out to Little John on the right-hand wing.
How about the speed there by Boyce? Clement trying to get a shot off, couldn't not because Boyce there for defense.
And it's stolen away on the inside pass. Boyce with it. Spins inside the lane. Stops. Finds a cutter. Takes it to the hole. Up and good by Young.
Oh, that's a great pass there. Newcastle off to a big 10-point lead. It's all because of the defense. I mentioned the scoring average earlier. So Butler's going to cut down those turnovers right now. They cannot find any room for Madden Clement to shoot that outside shot. Some great defense there for Newcastle to start.
And that is typical Newcastle Red Hurricane basketball. They talk all the time, not about just cutting off passing lanes and being active with their hands, but challenging defense and getting easy points off of quick turnovers or quick rebounds. And we're seeing that early here in the first quarter. A quick 10-point lead here for Newcastle.
And that's your Ponce's Insurance timeout. You can call Dan Ponce's, Jessica Weiland, or Tracy Giddings to get started today. Visit PonceInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. PonceInsurance.com. Love the life you live. Worry free. Yeah, Butler won a WPIAL title back in 2020 when Ethan Morton, now starting at Purdue, when they won their title, and then you were there for the Newcastle championship back in 2021.
Yes. And then last year's runner-ups in both the Whipple and the state.
Let's not try to talk about that game last Newcastle. What tough way to end up that game last year.
It was. Someone had to come on the end the wrong end on that one, and, well, it was Newcastle's situation last year. So
Butler with 6 early turnovers.
Little John with the ball. Little John dribbles with the left hand, takes it into the lane, takes the shot up and good. 14-6. Newcastle with the lead. Boyce with the ball. Goes left side to Anderson. Anderson walks it down between the two circles. Now gives it back to Boyce. Boyce left hand side into the corner to Anderson. Anderson will drive inside, now pull it back out. Anderson out in the corner to Wallace. Wallace drives inside, has room in the lane on a runner, no good. Rebound there by Butler. As Castile comes down with it.
Little John got away with a reach in.
They work it back out. Castile with it, throws cross court. That is Clement for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Wallace with the deep rebound.
Aiden Davis into the game for Butler.
Anderson drives into the lane with the right hand off the glass. And good. Get it into Little John. He'll bring it up court. Throw it outside to Castile for 3. Back of the rim. Rattles no good. Rebound by Boyce. Out to Anderson. Anderson brings it up court. Anderson hands it off to Boyce. Boyce works it down. Now gives it out to Young. Young drives into the lane. A little runner up and good. 18-6 Newcastle. Just under 2 minutes here to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, way too easy.
Little John with the ball. Guarded there by Wallace. Little John throws inside. Finds Cutter as Castile off the glass. Easy backdoor. 18-8.
Nice look there. Good cut there by Castile, wide open.
Anderson with the ball. Goes left side to Blundo. Back to Wallace. Right side to Anderson. Anderson finds a cutter. That's Wallace down the middle. His shot's off the glass. No good. Rebound by Little John.
Good job by Castile. Help defense.
As they bring it up. That was Carney. Work it down inside. And King for the, Davis for the 2-pointer.
They're going to get, they gave him 3. Foot was not on the line.
They work it down to Wallace. Wallace gives it out to Boyce. Left side to Anderson. He'll stroke a 3. Good. 21-11.
Anderson with 10 already.
Carney with the ball. Carney dribbling around now. Hands it off to Clement. Over to Little John. Braylon to Little John. Dribbles inside the lane, now throws it back out to Carney. Carney drives down the right side, stops and pops inside the lane. Shot no good, rebound there by Young. Young brings it up, passes it over to Wallace, goes left side to Anderson to run the offense here. We're down to 6 seconds. Anderson throws it into the corner. Blunder will get the shot off, and that will end the quarter as it falls short and goes out of bounds. We've played one here in Butler. The Red Hurricane 21, the Golden Tornado 11. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
8 minutes on the clock as we enter the second quarter. Newcastle with a 10-point lead. And here's a stat for you, Lee. The final 3 minutes and 39 seconds of that first quarter, we did not have a whistle and stoppage in play.
You got to love it. Only one foul on each team.
So on the court for Newcastle is Blundo, Anderson, Young, Boyce, and now checking in, I believe, is Lett. Brian Lett. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Byron Lett. Yeah, Byron Lett into the game for Newcastle. I mentioned Aiden Davis for Butler. He's a very good lacrosse player for this Butler team.
Right side to Anderson underneath the bucket. Shot short. He gets his own rebound. Goes up strong. Short again. And going to be rebounded by Little John for Butler.
Boy, can Anderson jump.
He can get up there, can he?
Little John can also. His dad was a WPIAL high jump champ.
Clement down low. Pass inside. Turnaround jumper from the baseline. Too strong. Is going to fall into the hands of Boyce. He'll get it out to Anderson on the right side. Anderson down by the baseline. Throws it back out to Young. Top of the key. Deep shot by Blundo. Front of the rim. No good. Rebound there by Little John.
There's the height. The way he can jump right there.
They work it down in the corner. Drive into the lane, throw it back out. Deep three here by Carney. Shot no good. The rebound there by Butler as they work it down in the lane, and they're going to get a blocking foul against Newcastle.
And that's going to go on Lett, his first. What great rebound there by Lance Slater, but chose not to put it back up and dish it back out. Yeah, Lance Slater's on the football team. He's a baseball commit to Gannon. And they're going to say that was a shooting foul, too. So they're going to say Little John will get to the line to shoot 2.
So first one is up and good. So
yeah, Braylon Littlejohn, his dad Kelvin. So he's a WPIAL champ in the high jump. He holds the Butler records for the Butler high jump and long jump. He rushed for 1,100 yards his senior year. Did Kelvin, his dad, Braylon's dad.
He hits them both, and it's 21-13, just under 7 minutes here to play, and we're going to get a quick foul on Butler.
Yeah, as Aiden Davis just a push there.
So we'll throw it in at midcourt. Ralphie Blundo will do the chores.
Yeah, Aiden Davis is the second leading scorer in the WPIAL. Committed to UMBC, Maryland ball for lacrosse.
They work it down, and now bring out left side to Blundo. Over to Lett. Back to Anderson. He'll stroke a 3 and good. Anderson came in shooting 44% from three-point land. Has hit his second one here in the first half.
How about 3?
3, excuse me.
Yeah.
And it's Little John inside. Gonna roll, gonna shoot and roll, go in. 24-15.
Anderson's got 13 already.
Anderson with the ball, dribbling, goes down the left lane, stops, it loses a little short. Rebound there by Little John. Braylon Little John, top of the key. Gives it over to Carney. Carney up top, gives it to Porch. Porch with the ball, dribbled down the right lane, throws it back out. Deep 3 by Little John. Rolls the rim, no good. We're going to get an offensive foul against Butler.
Yeah, it's going on Slater. Definite push off on Slater. Yeah, Lance Slater had a really bad ankle injury in his junior season. Came back to play some football this year and back playing basketball. Can we get any more? Yeah, we can get a few people up in the top corner,
top
maybe.
right hand corner from us.
Yeah, that's about it, though.
We might have to squint a little bit. Boyce throws it over to Wallace. Wallace works inside, a little runner, and up and good.
His first points of the night.
26-15, Newcastle with the lead. Little John will bring it up here for Butler. Little John stops at the line and gives it over to Clement. Clement gives it outside, over to Carney. Carney back outside to Little John. He'll try a deep 3, rattles the rim. Ball batted in the air, and it's going to be picked up there by Slater. Slater will drive into the lane, push off, take it to the hole, up and good.
How about the spark from Lance Slater since he's been in this game, Tim? It's his third offensive board.
Anderson into the forecourt. Inside the paint, he'll take a 2, and good.
How about that? Stop, let Carney go by, and it's like, okay, wide open.
So Littlejohn brings the ball up here for Butler. Works inside the paint, takes it down the lane, and shot's going to be a little short off the front of the rim. Picked up there by Newcastle. As they bring it up, Anderson finds Boyce underneath, off the glass, good for 2.
Coach Clement looking for a foul on that last play underneath on Littlejohn. Forget about it in this game.
Carney with the ball, makes the next move, moves into the lane, throws it back out. Littlejohn for 3, shot no good. Rebound there by Boyce. Boyce double team, and we're going to get a tie-up, and I believe we're going to get this one on Butler's Carney.
Yeah, going to get it on Carney. I think the out-of-town scoreboard, which you don't have right now. The timeout taken by Newcastle. You can grab a seat in the bar, the dining room, the loft, or outside in the patio. Plenty of room at the Crane Room.
Yep.
Also want to thank the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company.
Yeah.
For your home or business bottled water delivery ranging from 16.9 ounce bottled water to 5 gallon. Let them do the lifting and bring refreshing water to your door. At the half, or out of town scoreboard, Neshannock boys leading Riverside 28-21.
Well, you know, we may not get to bonus 3 throws in this game.
Yeah, go ahead.
So bonus 3 throws, if they happen, will be brought to you by Health in Motion Physical Therapy. Health in Motion Physical Therapy at the line, so that we'll know. There's no referral needed for Health in Motion Physical Therapy. Come in for a 15-minute consultation and save those unnecessary trips to the doctor's office. Don't wait months to start feeling better. Give them a call at 724-856-3683, and they will get you in the office within 48 hours.
And I got a little tidbit for you later on when we get some time during a timeout. You'll have some fun with something that pulled up. Charlie Kranebacher back in the house for Butler. He played here for the championship team. Coach G in the house tonight.
Yes, Hall of Famer, no doubt about it.
719 wins for Coach Grabowski, the girls' Neshannock team.
And we have a whistle off the ball, and we're going to get on Wallace.
It's his second.
And that turnover, charged possession, will be brought to you by Madure Bonner Law Firm, making sure to protect your possessions.
Boy, Butler needs a run here. Try to get this crowd involved.
Carney with the ball.
Student section quiet too. They need some type of spark right now.
They do need a little energy built. There's no question about it. Porch now with it. Gets it over to Littlejohn. Up to Clement.
Well, they only have 1 3 in the night, and Butler usually hits 7 or 8 a game.
Littlejohn passes up a thought of 3, cuts inside to Slater, throw it back out to Porch. Porch drives across the lane, finds Littlejohn. Littlejohn having trouble to work inside, loses control of the ball, picked up there by Boyce. Boyce down the lane, throws it back outside. It's Anderson for 3. Yes, of course it's good.
Wow. Is he lighting this place up?
Carney with the ball in the forecourt. Carney with the right hand, steps back 3. Front of the rim, no good. Ball batted in the air, picked up there by Wallace. Outlets it to Anderson.
It all starts with the defense, too.
Working in the corner, it's Boyce for 3. Rattles the rim, no good. Young with the rebound, he's going to fight for it. The ball's loose, it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a jump ball called.
That's the referee saying, I have no clue who that went off of.
Yeah. And it will go Butler's way. They have the arrow.
Pick up. I think that might be the first time I've ever seen a jump ball call when took players falling out of bounds.
Clement with the ball, top of the key. Clement spins into the lane. Down the left side, takes it off the glass, rolls around, no good. Rebound there by Wallace. Nick Wallace brings the ball up. He's guarded, and he's going to be fouled there. Coming in on that play was Clement.
If you notice, I mean, Butler has not had many open looks to him. Hands and faces.
Yeah, those active hands of Newcastle.
Yeah. Defensively, they're just great so far.
Blendo with the ball, gives it over to Boyce. Boyce drives into the lane, takes it to the hole, loads it on the front of the rim, good with the foul. So Isaiah Boyce picking up his second field goal of the game, and we'll go to a line looking for point number 5 on the night.
That foul went on Slater.
Boyce is a 70% free throw shooter. Puts it in, makes it 36-17.
A 19-point lead.
Bringing the ball up is Porch. Gives it over to Carney. Carney has room inside. Goes underneath, up, off the glass, and good.
You always hear Tim, you need to try to get this lead cut down to about 10 by halftime, if you can.
Work it over to Boyce. Now to Anderson. Anderson has room for another 3. Rolls the rim, no good. Rebound there by Clement. I guess he is human.
Net should have fell.
Clement drives down the lane, throws cross court, gives it to Little John. He'll drive inside. The hands almost got another ball loose. Throw back out to Clement. Shot for 3, no good. Rebound there by Anderson.
Yeah, that was his best look of the night right there.
And Anderson will get the play called in from Coach Ralph Blundo. They'll run it over to Young to Wallace. Left side to Blundo.
Time to look for a backdoor here. Run some clock. You have a 17-point lead. Why not? Make Butler work on defense.
Anderson with the ball between the 2 circles.
I have to agree with my fan in the front of me. I'm not counting at all. Not counting that 5 count.
They work it down inside to Wallace. Cross court is going to be knocked out of bounds by Porch. He'll stay with Newcastle. 49 seconds remaining here in the half. 36-19, Newcastle with the lead.
Yeah, things are getting a little chippy down low right now. Referees making sure it doesn't get out of hand.
Anderson with the ball.
Wouldn't be surprised if they hold for 1 here.
Wallace with it now as they work outside behind the arc.
And this is where the call for a shot clock comes in. Mountain, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Anderson with the ball now. Guarded there by Little John. Gives it back out. Works it over to Boyce. They work it left side. Now back to Anderson. Down to 17 seconds. Down to 15. We're down to 10. Bounce pass is going to get kicked. And he'll stay with Newcastle with 8.8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Walsworth triggered it in here for Newcastle.
Dayton Davis will check in for Butler.
Get it into Boyce. Boyce back to Anderson. Anderson down to 5 seconds. Finds a cutter. That's Wallace. A little runner up and good. And that will end the first half. And an impressive first half here for the Red Hurricane as they lead 38-19 over the Butler Golden Tornado.
And after this break, we'll have our Castle Asphalt halftime show. Castle Asphalt, if you're looking for quality and cost-efficient paving and construction services, Castle Asphalt Construction will make your visions for your project a reality.
All right, with their score 38-19, Newcastle with the lead. We're going to take this time out. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
At LCAP Early Learning Centers, our kids are superheroes with extraordinary abilities to explore and learn. All our programs are filled with amazing children, but we need help. We're hiring group supervisors, assistant group supervisors, aides, and many other support positions. If you love to work with children as young as 6 weeks old, then you could be a superhero too. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County. Apply today at lcap.org.
When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapies. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Nuvie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team and how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for homeowners and businesses in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting and related projects for the winter season. Call Joe today, 724-714-4294, to discuss your next project.
Castle Asphalt has been paving and constructing business for 15 years using top-line equipment and resources to guarantee that the job is done correctly and efficiently. Innovative methods combined with years of experience. That is Castle Asphalt, who's our sponsor of our halftime show here. Lee got a couple scores to pass along.
Our out-of-town scoreboard sponsored by the Crane Room.
And we have Neshannock 28, Riverside 21, and Laurel 32, and Southside 18.
That's your out-of-town scoreboard. 5 for 10 for Newcastle from three-point land. Butler 1 of 9. Turnovers, Butler 8, Newcastle 1. Does that tell the story a little bit of the first half?
And not a surprise, as we talked about in the pregame, about the way Newcastle likes to, play the passing lanes and cause turnovers. As you mentioned, they only give up 44 points per game, and they're right in that range here in the first half.
Especially with the pace that they're playing, which is unreal too.
Yeah.
But they're only still giving up 44 points a game. The leading scorer in the night, Jonathan Anderson, he's got 18. 4 for 5 from the three-point land. 6 points for Dejon Young, 5 points for Isaiah Boyce, and 6 for Nick Wallace. And Ralphie Blunda with one of those threes also has 3 points for Butler. Braylon Littlejohn with 7, Donovan Carney with 5, and then 2 apiece for Madeline Clement, Lance Slater, and James Desmond. But not many open looks. We mentioned it earlier in the first half, Tim. Everything's contested. I mean, Madden had one good look, a couple, but from deep, they are just not hitting whatsoever.
One of the things that you mentioned in the first half I thought was very obvious to you is when Slater came into the game, they got some more offensive rebounds, and that gave him a couple extra shots offensively for Butler. I think in the second half we're going to have to see more of that opportunity. If they don't make the shot, be able to get that offensive rebound and get 2 or 3 shots at that opportunity when they have the ball.
Yeah, they're going to have to take care of the ball a little bit better too. This Newcastle team, I mean, they are not tall, but just loaded with athletes. They get their hands are everywhere at all times, and I mean,
very experienced team.
Yeah,
too.
And Madden Clement cannot get loose. I mean, he's such a great shot from outside. If he gets those open looks, he's going to kill you. But he cannot get those open looks whatsoever, and they're doing a nice job clogging the lanes. Little John can't get in there, and so Matt Clement's going to have to find a way somewhere in that locker room here at halftime to try to find a way to cut back into this 19-point lead. Can't get it all back at once, but if you can cut it down to 10 or 9, get this huge crowd involved somehow, some way.
No question about it. This is the Castle Asphalt Halftime Show, and we're going to take another timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit LCSportsNet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
That was awesome.
Are you looking to make a difference? Well, here is your opportunity. Lawrence County Child and Youth Services is looking for compassionate foster parents now. If you are over the age of 21, in good health, and wanting to help a child in need, we're in need of you. Receive free training and compensation by becoming a foster parent. Call 724-658-2558 and let Bill, Brooklyn, and Heather get you started. Make a difference and become a foster parent today.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale-Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Castle Asphalt and Construction knows the importance of making good first impressions. No matter how elegant your home or office may be, matching it with poor road surfaces can make your friends and potential clients regret making the trip. Get a free estimate at castleasphalt.com.
Yeah, at the end of this game, we're going to have to pick our mainly chiropractic play of the game and our LCAP player of the game. Right now, we got a pretty good leading candidate right now for our player of the game. Mr. Anderson's putting on a show right now.
Yes, he is showing why coming into tonight's action. He was averaging 17.5 points per game, Lee. He's shooting 75% from the free-throw line and 44% from three-point line. I think he was about 4 of 5 from three-point land in the first half, and it just was shooting out the lights here as he's just about equaled. Actually, he's surpassed his game average of 17.5 already.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, too, that Newcastle's defeated Butler 15 out of the last 18 times, and the last time Butler's defeated Newcastle was back in 2008. Of course, they weren't in the same section for years, right, the same classification, but still, it's a long time. And most of those losses are by this type of margin, 15, 20 points. Newcastle's been dominating a series for since 2003 anyways.
So the second half just about underway. 8 minutes on the clock here to start the third quarter. Isaiah Boyce will toss it in here for the Red Hurricane, gives it over to Wallace.
The good news for Butler, they can score in spurts. I mean, they can have a lot of runs in them, but they can't allow layups like that.
Anderson down the right lane for 2.
And Newcastle hasn't even thrown in their full court press yet, Tim.
That's true.
That's the scary part.
Yeah. Castile bounce pass inside to Clement. Turnaround jumper shot no good. Rebound there by Wallace. He outlets it to Boyce. Boyce drives into the lane, and he's going to get tied up. They're going to call traveling before he got tied up.
They were looking for a foul on Kearney, but they're going to go for the travel call. I mentioned Devin Kearney at Duquesne, but his sister Ava's at going to be going to Wake Forest for volleyball.
And inbound it to Kearney. Nice to keep the athletics in the family, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Porch with the top of the key. Now hands it off to Little John. They work the weave. Kearney for three. Front of the rim, no good. Ball rebounded there by Boyce out to Wallace. Wallace brings the ball in the forecourt. Wallace dribbling around, now gives it to Boyce. He has an open three. Front and rim, no good. Rebound there by Young. Young with the offensive board out to Wallace. Wallace down the left side, has room off the glass, good for two.
Yeah, Ruffy Blundo, that was getting into the lane. Proves that he's just not an outside shooter.
Little John takes it down the lane and shot taken, no good. Gets his own rebound. Goes underneath the basket this time, picks up the foul, and the 2 points.
And got away with the travel at that, too.
Well, if they didn't see it, it didn't happen.
That's right. Like I always say, it's easier to call fouls in the stands than it is on the floor. But I personally thought he got away with one there.
Braylon Littlejohn looking to complete the three-point play.
Anderson's first foul. Nobody in foul trouble. So referees are letting him play.
Yeah. Whistles have basically been swallowed here tonight. And that rolled the rim, no good, but we have a whistle, and we have a foul off the ball.
Yeah, I think it's going to go on Aiden Davis.
Yes. They work it up court. That is Young with it. Young down the lane to the hole. Shot no good. Follows it up with the hip, and good for two.
Great job staying with the shot, and Young. 23-point lead.
Porch with it. As they work it around, up top to Little John. Little John inside the paint. Now out to Kearney. He'll drive into the lane, throw it back out. Deep three by Clement. No good. Rebound there by Boyce as he gives it out to Anderson. Anderson into the lane. Bounce pass, finds the cutter. That is Wallace off the glass. No good. But there's a whistle underneath.
Yeah, we mentioned that, or we were talking. Looks like on Davis.
Aiden Davis, yeah.
His third, but we were talking during halftime. The stat 15 missed. Davis is going to come out with those 3 fouls. Castile's going to come back in. Mentioned Ryan Porch also on the track team, and also a golfer.
Wow. Ball is short on the second one. A little pressure in the backcourt here by the Canes. Kearney with the ball in the forecourt over to Clement. Cross court to Little John. Into the paint, round outside of Porch. He'll drive into the lane, lose control of the ball, but they're going to get Boyce on the foul.
Well, it looked clean from up here, didn't it? Actually, they're going
to get Blundo.
Okay.
They're going to say he reached in. Okay.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was on Boyce myself.
Here's the first shot by Porch, up and good. Ryan Porch.
His first points of the night. Maybe I can get some golf lessons from him, huh?
I think we all give you good golf lessons, can't we?
Not James Dawson. He needs no golf lessons.
Anderson with the ball. Throws it outside of Blundo. Blundo throws it back to Anderson. Loses control.
Hands.
Picked up there by Kearney. Kearney brings the ball up. Spins into the lane with the left hand. Off the glass. Good.
Only a freshman, Donovan Kearney. He's got a lot of talent.
Anderson with the ball. Throws it out to Boyce. Boyce spins behind the arc. Bounce pass underneath. Finds Young. Young good for two.
How sweet was that?
Anderson inside the paint at the line. Takes a jumper. Shot no good. Rebound there by Young. Gives it out to Wallace. Bounce pass over to Anderson as he brings it across the timeline. Left side to Blundo. Blundo stops his dribble. Back to Anderson. Drives into the lane. Anderson underneath. Shot back to the rim. No good. Rebound there by Clement. He outlets it to Little John. Out to Porch. Porch drives into the lane. And he's going to get tied up there by Young.
Which referee's going to call it here?
That's what I'm waiting. Yes, it is going to be on Young. This time I decided to wait.
Yeah. well, both called the foul, so just deciding which one was going to call it.
And Porch, 3 for 3 from the line.
Yeah, the worst thing you don't want is like, okay, one calls it on 11 and one calls it on 5. It's like
exactly.
So
someone take control and make the call. So Ryan Porch looking for point number 4 from the line, and does.
Butler hasn't been able to cut into this lead, though. Still down by 20.
Anderson walks it up, crosses the timeline. Goes to Wallace. Right side. Gives it over to Young. To Blundo. Right side back to Boyce. To Anderson behind the arc. Anderson inside the lane, stops his dribble, throws it back out to Blundo. Looks at a 3, passes it up, drives into the lane, tries to make a pass inside to Wallace, and it gets tied up.
They're going to get Porch for the reach in. Nope.
No, they're going to get Slater, I believe.
Blake Slater hits his 3rd. Davis and Slater both with 3 fouls now for Butler.
Throw it up top to Boyce. Goes left side to Wallace, into the corner to Blundo. He'll drive into the lane, throw it back out to Anderson. Anderson to Wallace. Wallace drives into the lane, now back out to Boyce. Deep 3. Isaiah too strong on that one. Rebound there by Clement.
I'm surprised he took that shot.
Anderson with the ball over to Clement. Drives inside. Looks to the hole, and he's going to pick up a foul.
What, going to go on Blundo, and he should have just stood there.
Yeah. Went for the ball and got
he was
a lot of the hand.
Originally planned it. He was ready to take the charge, and then when Clement was going to go around him, he just, he slid over.
Around, yeah.
Yeah, instead of just staying there.
Take the contact. Yeah. So Clement hits the first.
Yeah, Coach Dorothea Epps in the house. She's now the Seneca Valley girls coach. She was the girls coach here at Butler for many years.
And second shot falls through. 47-29, Newcastle with the lead.
One of my ex-bosses at the post office. We didn't get along too well at work. We get along great outside of that.
Lett with the ball, finds inside. That's Young. Young shot's no good. Clement with the rebound. Here for Butler at the Little John.
Yeah, Butler needs a spark here. Needs a couple threes. Get this crowd in.
And that is driving to the lane is Clement. He's fouled. Shot's no good.
4 points with the clock stopped. That's even the better thing. Get to the line.
Trying to get to the bonus. And we have Newcastle now with 5 fouls here.
Yeah, this Butler team's not gonna quit.
Clement shot. Gonna hit the front of the rim and bounce away.
First miss of the night by either team.
Looks and shoots and puts the second one in.
I'm surprised Butler's not pressing to try to come up with some turnovers here.
Anderson with the ball as he crosses the timeline. Goes the boys back to Anderson. To Lett. He's going to get blocked by Clement. Gets his own rebound. Loses control. Goes back up, and they're going to get a foul on Slater.
Slater doesn't like it either.
He got some arm on that one.
And that's his 4th. They're going to keep Coach Clement's going to keep him out there.
Yeah. He wants that action.
So why not? He's been a spark.
Get the Boyce. Work inside the Young can't handle the pass. Clement picks it up, gives over to Little John. Up to Carney, into the corner to Porch. Porch, front of the rim, no good. Ball batted in the air, rebound there by Young.
That's the difference right now. Butler cannot hit a 3.
Anderson with the ball, top of the key. Throws left side, they work it in the corner, and Lett gets his partner up in the air. As Little John takes the shot, no good. Follow up by Wallace, and Wallace puts it in for 2.
3 players were open that time. No box out right now. Right there, 30-second timeout. A Ponce Insurance timeout. Ponce Insurance. Get the best rates and customer service by calling a local agent at Ponce Insurance.
Coming up after the game, we'll announce the Maley Chiropractic play of the game. A great play usually involves teamwork, and one of the main advantages of Melee Chiropractic is the team's aspect of their 3 doctors, Dr. Melee, Dr. Argario, and Dr. Browser, all learn from each other as new tips and tricks to help keeping you feeling the best. That, of course, is Melee Chiropractic.
Shannick on our out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by the Crane Room, leads Riverside 40-31 at the end of 3 quarters. I would text Mr. Randy Gore down at North Allegheny right now and find out what's going on down there, but that's all right. North Allegheny in action against Pine Richland.
Clement, Kearney, Littlejohn, Porch, and Slater on the court here for Butler.
Now we're getting a good idea why Newcastle's ranked number 1.
And Newcastle, Young knocks the ball out of bounds. They'll stay with Butler. And for Newcastle, it's Anderson, Boyce, Young, Lett, and Wallace.
Yeah, I don't think Newcastle can play much better here in this first 3 quarters.
Slater with the ball into the corner. Stops his dribble. Gives it over to Littlejohn. Braylon. Littlejohn drives into the lane. Now pulls it back out. Slater for a 3. Rattles the rim. No good. Won't fall down. Rebound there by Boyce. Out to Anderson. Anderson. Back to Boyce. Deep 3 from the wing. Back of the rim. No good. Rebound there by Young to Wallace. Wallace to the hole. Off the glass on the left-hand side for 2.
Nice assist. Young with the offensive board, and then the nice, pretty assist.
And racing down court is Kearney for 2. 51-32. Newcastle with the lead.
Well, you like to see.
Boyce saves the ball from going in the backcourt. Gets kicked into the forecourt by Littlejohn. He gets a little help there from Slater. Back to Littlejohn for 2.
Nice sportsmanship there by Clement. That gets the crowd involved.
Anderson brings the ball up. He'll drive into the lane. Takes it to the hole. He gets fouled. Shot no good. But Jonathan Anderson will go back to the line. Looks like he may have kind of got a little lip there. Maybe an ankle roll on that landing there, on that layup try.
Referee's talking a little bit to Isaiah Boyce right now. Just trying to make sure everything's good. Captain Jonathan Anderson going over and saying, okay, ref.
Yep.
I'll let him know.
So Anderson at the line here for the Canes. Shot is up and good.
First points of the 3rd quarter.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to say, I think that was number 19. Looking for 20 now. Up and good. 53-34. Porch gets it into the front court. Give it over to Porch. Porch drives into the lane. Has room on the right-hand side. Off the glass. Good for 2 from Ryan Porch. Anderson brings the ball up here for the Red Hurricane.
Time to spread the floor.
Down to 53 seconds on the clock. Anderson goes left side to Blundo into the corner. That is Wallace. Throw it back out. It's going to be bounced out to Blundo. Over to Anderson. Down to 42 seconds. Anderson brings it back out.
They're not taking a shot.
Give it over to Wallace. Wallace gives it over to Young. They'll work it back out. Down to 30 seconds. Inside to Wallace. Back out to Boyce, down to 23 seconds. As the clock continues to roll down, we're into the teens. Down to 15. Anderson with the ball down to 13. To Boyce, down to 10. Out to Anderson, down to 8. Anderson will engage. Anderson down the lane, off the glass, back of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Clement. He's going to get a long 3-quarter shot off and hit the rim, bounces away, no good. But we played 3 quarters of a basketball game here in Butler, with Newcastle leading Butler 53-36. You're watching you're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapies. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Nuvie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
8 minutes on the clock as we enter the fourth quarter with Newcastle leading Butler 53-36.
I think Coach G's enjoying this one.
I think everybody's enjoying it. For the most part, the competition's been good.
Yeah, the 1,000 or so Butler fans aren't enjoying
it.
No,
that's a little tougher, but we'll see what the fourth quarter has in store.
Newcastle fans are definitely enjoying it. There's another turnover. I'll tell you, Butler's limited their turnovers since that first quarter.
They really have. Newcastle's just not allowing them to get into any type of rhythm.
No, Newcastle playing very, very well.
Wallace with the ball in the forecourt, over to Blundo. Over to Boyce. Boyce into the corner to Wallace, fakes a three. Wallace backs it out into the wing. Works a two-man game to Anderson, drives inside, takes it to the left side, off the glass, good for 2.
Penetration by Anderson.
Deep by Clement for 3, front of the rim, no good. Ball on the ground, they're going to get a whistle, and they're going to get Slater.
They're going to get
Porch.
No, they're going to get... Yeah.
They got Porch, okay.
Yeah, they got Porch from behind. Again, boy, I hate saying it. 1-3. That's it.
Yeah.
End of 3 quarters. Mohawk trailing Beaver Falls 45-42. Mechanic 49-39 on Riverside right now. Fourth quarter, Laurel 40-31 over Southside Beaver at the end of 3.
Throw inside, and Walls gets hit on the hand, and he'll go to the line. This is a 1-and-1 opportunity, I believe, for Newcastle for the first bonus basketball shot. Wallace shot is good. Brought to you by Health in Motion Physical Therapy. Wallace looks and shoots. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Clement.
First miss of the night for the Canes.
Bring it over to Little John. Little John gets back to Porch. Back to Little John. Out the Porch. Bounce pass down on the baseline. They'll get it out, and he'll be knocked away and hit on the baseline there. He'll stay with Butler. Last touch there by DeJon Young.
Boy, I have not seen much from Colin Castile. The starters played very little tonight.
Work it in to Slater. Slater throws cross court. That is Carney for 3, and it's an air ball.
Who's the foul going to go on, though? Not Slater.
Going to go against Young, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to go on Young. His third. Team 6. The Butler will go back to the bonus. The next foul. Hey, Slater's still playing with those 4 fouls. He doesn't care, does he?
No. He's
just
going to play his game. That's how you got to do it. You can't think about it. Get it to Little John. Goes right to the hole for 2. Nice inbound pass to Little John.
He's got 13. Need a lot more of that, though. They're still down by 18 with 6.5 to go.
Anderson brings the ball in the forecourt. Anderson down the right lane. Stops, throws it out to Blundo. Back to Boyce. Boyce drives into the lane from the right side. High off the glass, front of the rim. No good. Rebound there by Clement. Clement brings the ball up here for the Golden Tornado. Over to Little John. The porch. Back to Clement. Drives in down the left lane. Takes it to the hole. Shot no good. Ball batted out. Young picks it out. Gives it over to Blundo. Blundo back to Young. Throw cross court to Anderson. Anderson going to back it out. 5:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Anderson drives down the lane. Left side with the right hand. Off the glass. Good.
And a lot of contact there, too. Fought through the contact. Great game here for Anderson.
Little John with the ball. Dribbles between the legs. Drives down the left lane. Spins in the lane. Takes it to the hole. Shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Fights up hard. Gets the roll. And the foul for a three-point play here coming up here for Butler.
I've not seen that enough, though, for Butler. A great effort there by Little John in the lane, getting that offensive board.
So Little John shoots and completes the three-point play.
Now Coach Clement looking for something there. Went to one ref and now pleading to the other ref.
You got to plead your case, right? Blundo with the ball. Gives it in the corner to Wallace. Wallace throws top key to Anderson.
Wallace has had a nice game. Unsung hero here tonight.
He really is. That's the way he plays. So is Young, and underneath, Young puts it off for two. So
Anderson does a little bit of everything, doesn't he?
He has a great all-around game.
One of the best guards in the WPIAL.
Deep for Clement.
Not even close.
Ball on the ground, picked up there by Anderson. Anderson into forecourt. Anderson drives down the left side, now brings it back out. Throw cross court to Boyce. Deep three for Isaiah. Yeah, count it. Littlejohn will try to answer from the left side and does.
It's a two.
That's a deuce. They say his foot was on the line.
Hey, this 30-second timeout, Punch Insurance timeout. I got to give a little bit of research here on Butler High School. Some famous graduates, Tim, from Butler. Never recognize the name of Jerry Meals?
Oh, yeah.
Umpire. Eddie Vargo. Famous umpires from the Butler High School. Michelle McDonald. She was the Miss USA back in 1971. Are you a fan of Get Smart?
Yes.
Barbara Felton. Agent 99. Graduated from Butler High School.
Not too bad.
How about that?
Not too bad.
And some famous athletes, Terry Hanratty from Butler High School. Also Rich and Ron Saul. Scotty Milanovich, who was a quarterback here back in the early 90s, also from Butler High School. And a swimmer, David Pickler. He was an Olympic diver from Butler. Well, but I never knew about the Barbara Felton, Agent 99.
I knew that. That's awesome.
I never knew that. Graduated from Butler High School.
How about that? Some pressure in the backcourt. Looking at the Young. Into the forecourt to Wallace. Back to Anderson. Down close to 4 minutes remaining here. Get it out to Boyce for another deep three. Rolls the rim. Doesn't get the shooter full. Clement with the rebound. Outlets it out. Littlejohn now with it. Drives into the lane. Off the glass. Charge! Called against Littlejohn. And that turnover charge possession is changed. Possession is for Medora Bonner Law, making sure to protect your possessions.
Toughest call in basketball right there. Is it a block? Is it a charge?
Oh, they call it block. I apologize.
They call it a block. Well, you get the turnover anyways.
Yep. So the shots were good.
Lead down to 17. Butler has no choice but the full court press.
They're going to got
the turnover.
Yeah. There's the turnover. Oh, just a little early on that. Yeah. Medora Bonner Law turnover.
Littlejohn now with 21 on the night. And again, I hate saying it, Butler with only 1 3-pointer on the night.
Get it into Clement. He goes up strong. He's going to pick up the foul.
Going to go on Blundo, I believe. That's going to be his fourth.
So one thing we see here in the second half, Lee, is Butler challenging Newcastle inside, picking up some fouls, getting to the line, having opportunities to score from the line.
Yeah, I said Butler's not going to quit, but it's very tough to come back in high school basketball without a shot clock.
Clement hits the first.
If you had a shot clock, you might have a chance, but
second shot, that's good.
Clement 5 of 6 from the line, but only one field goal on the night, though.
I understand the idea of a shot clock in high school, but then again, I always look at 8-minute quarters. Yeah. Wallace with 2 here for Newcastle.
I'm not a fan of it.
I mean, I understand it, but I don't think it's necessary with 8-minute quarters. It goes by so quick.
I'm an old traditional guy. You know, I like the no shot clock for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like the teams to hold it, but hey,
come out and defend it.
Yeah.
Force them to make a change. Blunder for 3. Good. 68-48 Canes. Little John inside the paint, turnaround jumper. Good.
Problem is, it's all Little John and nobody else here tonight for Butler.
Yeah, that has been an issue. Boyce goes up strong, no good. Rebound there by Young. Young going to get it thrown out, but we have an injury here to Isaiah Boyce.
No, actually, Coach Blundo called a timeout.
Yeah.
Plus an injury.
Yes.
You get a full timeout. Want to thank the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company. You can stay refreshed by enjoying hot or cold water at the click of a button, or enjoy a cup of coffee with their bottom loading water cooler option. Get 3 bottles and first month cooler rental free when you sign up today. I want to thank the Red Zone also. I haven't mentioned the Red Zone here tonight.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they voted the best of the Lawrence County for uniform supply and silk screening, and they made all our great shirts, and they're the reasons we hand out a Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game and our Lawrence County or LCAP Player of the Game. In the final, our out-of-town scoreboard sponsored by the Crane Room. Neshannock defeats Riverside 51-42.
Ah.
I love this Butler cheerleader. He did this at North Hills. The backflip, 10 backflips in a row, and he goes back dizzy. Yeah, I was at the Butler. Butler's only defeat against North Hills earlier in the year. North Hills won it with, I think, 5 seconds to go. That's Butler's only loss in the year, a 1-point loss.
Anderson will throw it in here for Newcastle.
It looks like it should be their second loss here tonight after tonight's game. A dominating performance by Newcastle. I knew I'd do that one tonight.
Anderson with the ball, top of the key.
Yeah, no need to hurry now. Spread the floor.
Yep. 2:40, under 2:40, I should say, remaining. And a reach-in foul.
Going Clement, go to the line, 1-on-1.
Got no choice.
Thing is, you got 5 guys who can handle the ball out there for Newcastle.
Yeah. They really can. And the experience that you get with a point guard like Anderson and the experience you get with Boyce on the court. They've been playing since they're freshmen. Seeing opportunity at the varsity level. Wallace puts the first one in.
9 of 10 from the free throw line is Newcastle.
Second shot falls. It's good.
I said it earlier, I'll say it again. You can see why Newcastle's ranked number 1. They don't have the hype, but just great team speed, great athletes.
Back off is Little John again, this time for a 3. He has been the show here for Butler here tonight.
Yeah, he's got 26, but nobody else in double figures for Butler.
Basically, it's half the team's points. Go inside to Young, back out. They'll work at the clock a little bit. Down to 2 minutes here. Anderson, bounce pass out, gets to Young, over to Wallace.
Yeah. Pass up every shot unless you get a wide open look.
And there's a foul.
Oh. Yeah, that caught Wallace a little bit.
Yeah, legs got tied up.
Yeah, Madden didn't mean that.
No, that was just one of those. You turn left, I went right, and boom.
Yeah, that's Madden's 4th. So I haven't seen his little brother Maverick Clement yet tonight.
Well, we got a couple checking in right now.
They got a lot.
And I think it's Desmond checking in, and
Desmond Davis. Tate Lucas, number 12. And Ryan McClister.
And Newcastle will do the same here, as the white flag has been risen here by the Golden Tornadoes here tonight with 1:49 remaining, as the JV teams will have an opportunity to finish out tonight's game.
Nooch Fornatero on the court tonight. Played in the baseball Pony League World Series. He's committed to Penn State Shenango for baseball, wearing number 15 for Newcastle.
Shot by Wallace is no good as they bring the ball up court. And we got a whistle and a blocking foul.
I love the nickname Nooch.
Nooch. It is.
Just always been called Nooch.
That is on Wallace. And that will put Aiden Davis at the line here for Butler.
Number 3 for Newcastle, Kyrell Davis, is the starting quarterback for the Newcastle Red Hurricane. Demarion Young in, he's part of the baseball team.
(71-53), Canes with the lead.
And for Butler, Max Schnorr in the contest, starting quarterback for football. Threw for 2,000 yards this year, a Butler High School's record, believe it or not.
And ball is going to be battered around and picked up there by Butler. They'll get it in the corner. Shot taken, no good. Shot there by Desmond.
Max Schnorr committed to Fairmont State for baseball. Also on the track team is Mac.
McClister throws it in. Gets it over to Schnorr. Over to Davis. Davis drives into the lane, takes it to the hole, off the glass, good for 2.
His first points of the night.
He's seen some earlier minutes tonight.
Yeah, you can see the talent that he has and speed.
Yeah.
Of course, he's a lacrosse player.
A former Butler football coach, the 1 year of Bill Boren, just retired. He was 88 years old.
Wow.
He spent 2 years at Matthews in Ohio and got him to the playoffs both years and decided that that's enough now at 88.
88. he had a good year in Butler, too.
Yeah. As they'll work it down inside. Again, it's Davis to the hole with the foul.
Yeah, he was the last Butler team above 500 for many years until Eric Christie finally got the football team back on track a little bit.
So, congratulations to Coach Boren on his retirement. Well earned at age 88.
Jeez.
Throw back out. Here's the 3. Shot taken, no good. Rebound by Schur. As they get it back out for another 3, top of the key, up and good.
That's Tate.
That's Tate Lucas?
Yes, Tate Lucas.
Newcastle with the ball in the forecourt. That is Krill Harris with the ball.
Looks like they're just going to hold.
Down to 15 seconds.
Unless we get a foul here.
We'll give it up, and they're going to get a quick little check foul. With 9 seconds remaining.
We have to think of I think we have our player of the game.
Yes, we do.
Just have to think of a play of the game somewhere along the way. And Mr. James Dotson is pointing to his brains, playing the scarecrow there. I got a brain. I got a play in mind.
And shot off the back of the rim, no good.
Angelo Chalala. Chalala, the senior.
Second shot, back of the rim, bounces. Does it get a shooter's roll? No. As they work it up into the forecourt, down to 4 seconds. Working in the corner, deep 3, back of the rim, no good. And tonight's basketball game has come to an end, 71-60. Newcastle with a winner here tonight on the road to move to 10-0 on the season against the Butler Golden Tornado in a game where Newcastle got out to an early lead and never let out. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll get into our Tri-County Principal post-game show. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services and over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in game.
Welcome back here to Butler as we enter the Tri-County Principal post-game show here on LCSportsNet.com as the Newcastle Red Hurricane defeat the Butler Golden Tornado 71-60 here tonight, and a game where Newcastle basically led throughout tonight's ball game as they were led by none other than Jonathan Anderson with 26 points here tonight, and Isaiah Boyce had 8 assists in the ball game, and DeJon Young had 14 rebounds to go along with his 11 points, a double-double for DeJon Young here tonight. So a complete game here for Newcastle on the road to move to 10-0.
Yeah, on the road especially. I mean, it's a tough place to play here at Butler, but boy, they came in here, they took control of the game early, and that's very important. They jumped out quickly, a 16-6, they had a 10-point lead, and they never got under 10. Butler was never able to really do that, and then the lead got up to as high as 20-25, and Butler would cut it down to 15, but then again, they could just never cut that lead. I get the credit to this Newcastle team. It's a very, very good team. Fun to watch for sure. It's my first chance I got to see Newcastle this year. Saw them last year at the championship game, but it's a very fun team to watch.
Butler was led by Littlejohn. Byron Littlejohn with 26 points here tonight. A nice game. He was inside out. He kind of led the offense, running the show at times. Very talented young man.
Yeah, that's what he does. I mean, he can go in, he can go out, but a little bit too late, unfortunately. He did not have any help whatsoever, unfortunately. There's no other guys in double figures tonight.
All right, why don't you go through the scores?
We'll go score real quick. Jonathan Anderson led Newcastle with 26. 17 points for Nick Wallace. It's a great all-around game for Nick Wallace. Got a lot of garbage points down low, did a little bit of everything. 12 points for DeJon Young, 8 points for Isaiah Boyce, and Ralphie Blundo. For the Tornado, we mentioned Littlejohn with 26, Donovan Carney with 9, Madden Clement with 7, Ryan Porch with 6, 3 for Tate Lucas, 2 points for Lance Slater and Colin Castile.
All right, let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have our Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game and the LCAP Player of the Game Awards to hand out. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
We're not getting out of here anytime soon anyways.
For more than 120 years, People have been relying upon Martindale-Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services and over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
That was awesome.
At LCAP Early Learning Centers, our kids are superheroes with extraordinary abilities to explore and learn. All our programs are filled with amazing children, but we need help. We're hiring group supervisors, assistant group supervisors, aides, and many other support positions. If you love to work with children as young as 6 weeks old, then you could be a superhero too. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County. Apply today at lcap.org.
To Butler as this of our Tri-County Principals post-game show as Newcastle came away with a 71-60 victory here on the road at Butler. And Lee, it was a one of the games where we talked about it, your first opportunity to see the Red Hurricane, and again, you've seen some of that defense in play. One thing I know about Coach Blundo, you talked about pregame, he said they had 44 points average defensively given up each week. He's going to talk about giving up 60 here tonight.
He probably will, but a lot of that was late. But still, you always get
Coach always finds something to talk about.
Always find something to talk about. But it's tough. I mean, they limited. I mean, they had very few turnovers themselves tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, give credit to Butler. I mean, they hung in as much as they could, but this guard play, 5 good guards on the floor at all time. Who cares about height when you can spread
move the ball
floor
around?
and
Exactly.
move the ball. I mean, and hands are just everywhere at all times. So it was a fun team to watch. Butler did not play their best game for sure. They did not shoot the ball well. They usually live and die by the 3, but they didn't get a chance to really get a lot of good looks here tonight. So unfortunately for Butler, it's only one loss in the column, unfortunately for them. They'll come back and play on, I'm trying to think, Tuesday night at North Allegheny, because I had that broadcast for North Allegheny.
There you go.
On Tuesday, North Allegheny against Butler.
All right, so it's time to give our awards away, and first up is the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award, and this will go to Dijon Young as he received a pass inside on the move and taking it to the hole in the third quarter from Isaiah Boyce, and really helped lead this run here in the third quarter for the Red Hurricane. So the Maley Chiropractic is proud to present tonight's Play of the Game Award to Dijon Young of Newcastle. Maley Chiropractic in the Lawrence County SportsNet, proud to honor Dijon Young tonight for tonight's Play of the Game, and he will receive a customized t-shirt from the Red Zone in recognition for tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game may also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations, Dijon Young, for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Now for our LCAP Player of the Game. We thought about going maybe a different direction, but it's tough the way Jonathan Anderson, and he had 18 points in the first half and just put the Canes on his shoulder right there in the first half. Broke this game wide open with his scoring ability inside, outside, the assist that he had. I mean, he was just everywhere tonight. Ended up with 26 points on the night was Jonathan Anderson. So he's our LCAP Player of the Game. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership is proud to present the Player of the Game award to Jonathan Anderson of the Newcastle Red Hurricane. LCAP and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Jonathan for tonight's Player of the Game. He will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's Player of the Game. To view the full list of this year's Player of the Game, go online to lcsportsnet.com. Click on Player of the Game. Congratulations, Jonathan Anderson, for being named tonight's LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP, they change lives.
They certainly do. And what a fun atmosphere here tonight. Packed crowd. That itself needs to be saluted here tonight. A lot of fans from Newcastle made the trip up. And, of course, everybody from Butler had to be here, too. And the student section was up and running early, but they never really got involved in tonight's game.
Yeah, give credit to Newcastle there. When you come up with a 12-point lead, 4 minutes into the game, that's going to quiet the crowd, and the crowd really never got into it. And kudos to Newcastle. I mean, that's what you do. If you can strike early, take the crowd out of the game, and and Butler doesn't shoot the ball well, everything's shooting well for Newcastle. So they're going to stay perfect. They're going to stay ranked number 1. They're ranked number 3 in the state, as well as they should be.
Well, I do not have the list of what games are coming up next Tuesday night for boys basketball, but I do know we have some girls basketball coming up first, and I believe on Monday. And matter of fact, I don't have that list neither. I thought I did, but I don't.
I heard Thursday. I'm at the
Thursday. Okay.
I heard Thursday. I got Mohawk out in the Shannock. I know that, so I'll get to see Coach G again, hopefully in a better mood.
I was going to say, stay tuned to the Facebook and Twitter pages of lcsportsnet.com.
Yeah,
and they will have all that information for you. We had Tyler back here on the cameras.
Tyler in on the camera. My nephew Drew Wiffenball, trying to learn the ropes a little bit.
Good to have him aboard.
Yeah, so hopefully he learned something. And it was a fun broadcast here tonight for sure.
All right. Well, for Lee Moan, I'm Tim Continental, wishing you all a wonderful good evening. Once again, our final score here from Butler. It was the Red Hurricane 71, the Golden Tornadoes 60. Have a great night, everyone.